The news is being dominated by the terror attacks in Belgium. I was listening to updates on the radio at work yesterday. I'm never surprised to listen in on the news and hear about the latest atrocity being detailed. There's horrible violence occurring around the world on a daily basis. Much of it is going on behind closed doors, so you or I will never hear about it, but a certain kind of violence is jumped on by the mainstream media and the not so mainstream media. It's like a feeding frenzy. Don't get me wrong, I do think events like these cowardly attacks should be covered. The public has a right to know, but with many media sources, events are interpreted and presented in such a way as fits in with a preconceived narrative of the world, appealing to existing biases. And then you have a long line of solemn, stone-faced politicians coming out to condemn the latest cowardly murders. No shit, you condemn the indiscriminate killing of folks minding their own business, trying to go about their day. No shit. We have a former Home Secretary, Lord Reid, coming out and saying politicians ought to be honest with the British people and tell them this will happen. He was talking about terror attacks here in the UK. Terrorists will get through, he says. Yeah, thanks for the update, John. Politicians ought to be honest. Revolutionary idea. But I feel like I don't really need the Right Honourable Baron Reid to tell me that terrorists will get through. They have gotten through before. Many of us will remember the 7/7 attacks. Yeah. I don't think it takes a genius to make a homemade explosive, strap it to his back, jump on a high street bus or a train, and blow himself and many unfortunate others to pieces. No. I mean, sure, with good intelligence, the security services can foil some of the more elaborate terror plots, and they surely have. But, yeah, the government or the police, they can't see everything. Attacks will succeed in the future, here in the UK and elsewhere. What will you do in response to this reality? What I will be doing is I'll still be using public transport. I will continue to travel abroad now and again. I won't be changing my daily routine. I will go on as before. I won't be hiding under my bed, because fuck murderous scumbags is why. And fuck fear-mongering politicians as well. It's well to remember that terrorism itself is a disputed term. There's no one universally agreed upon definition. If you look at the history of terrorism over the span of the last, say, 200 years or so, you see definitions changing. I have little doubt it will morph and change again. You have to watch out for regimes who very broadly define terrorism with a mind to cracking down on dissidents or destroying legitimate opposition. Oppressive regimes have been known for this. Terrorism isn't limited to non-state actors, of course. It's a pejorative term. You know, two sides in a direct conflict will label each other as terrorists. Yeah. Terrorism is a tactic, in truth. Some groups will go after military targets, some will target commercial or industrial interests, others will target non-believers, infidels, anyone who doesn't subscribe to a narrow, backwards, contemptible worldview. I don't know if you've taken the time to watch any of these IS, Islamic State propaganda videos, complete with threats and actual beheadings. Not for the faint of heart, but if you can stomach it, watch it. Because this is where we are now. Hollywood quality beheadings of men in orange jumpsuits by sick, depraved jihadists. ISIS will be destroyed, but the threat and reality of terrorism will not die with them.